Welcome back to the worst channel on YouTube. You might be wondering where I've been, and well, if I'm being honest, I've been accruing a lot of debt. Is mostly what I've been doing. And now, everybody listen, relax. It's reasonable if you know what's going on, guys. It's not that bad. I've just been gambling a lot. That's it. Not that big of a deal. Can somebody please turn that off? No. That's not what I meant. I meant like turn on another light source. Yeah, all right. That's better. I wanted to change things up a little bit. Usually I talk about YouTube videos or a movie or something similar to that. But I wanted to change things up a bit, and I wanted to try old games I used to play on the computer. Not like PC games like Steam, but like old website games, and talk about them. Because that was something that I was really into when I was little. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the old games like you would have on your computer while you were at school. You would type in like cool math unblocked because the school tried to block the games, but for some reason just typing unblocked worked. I never figured that one out, but kind of similar to that. I feel like because I'm not the only one. I feel like it was very popular, at least in my school was, for these games, and I think it's a good way to bring back old memories. So the first game we're going to be talking about is Ballpool. Recently, for some reason, I was like, I wonder if Ballpool's still up on Miniclip, because that's at least where I used to play it, and it is still up, and it's in its 10th anniversary. So Ballpool was basically just that pool or billiards. I'm not sure if one of you is from another country. Might not be, might be, but just in case, I translated it there for you. And it was just that. You would play against another player online. I never figured out if it was like a computer you were playing against, but I'm pretty sure it was another person. Because I tried playing, and what ends up happening, it took me like 5 minutes to find a match. So if it was a computer, I think it would have been instantaneously. I remember playing it a lot because I like pool. I think it's pretty fun to play. But at that time when I was playing it, I was like maybe like 10 or 12 on 8-ball pool, I should say. I was not good. I'm still not good at pool, but now I'm better than like your average debilitated horse. So I'm improving. It's always fun to introduce gambling to children. Nothing bad with it. Bet 50 coins and then 100 and then 500 and then a million, because we got it like that. We were coin millionaires. Don't you dare tax my million coins. At least when I played 8-ball pool was on Miniclip. That's where I played it. And for those that don't know, Miniclip was like the teenager version of cool math. It was like the I don't need numbers anymore because math is dumb, which it is. I don't need those numbers anymore. And then it was just Miniclip, it was just 8-ball pool we would play, teaching children gambling and starting lifelong habits. It's a great way to start, your history on the internet, just straight to gambling. See, obviously, next up is typing games. If you didn't play typing games in, elementary school or middle school, I feel bad for you. That rush of adrenaline as you beat somebody typing more words per minute. Like, oh, you only type 60 words per minute? I type 62. You thought I was gonna say something else, but I'm better than that. Damn, no, I'm not. We have the weirdest sentences too. It'd be like one of those sentences that had every letter in the alphabet. If you play typing games, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Like the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy frog, because you had to have every single letter in the alphabet in one sentence. Anything less just won't teach you how to type, because as you know, the average person who uses a computer only types in panagrammatic sentences. That's it. That's all that matters. When talking about typing games, we can't forget about one special game.
I don't have friends. I got family.
That's what I'm talking about, damn it. Now you see what I'm talking about, right? How I beat that car? You saw me? I know how to type. I beat those 5-year-olds that are learning how to type right now. Because guess what? I'm not 5, okay? I'm not 5 anymore. I grew up, in case you couldn't tell. I grew up and now I know how to type. So I won. First place. I cannot be beat in that game unless you know how to type faster than me, in which then I'm not playing with you. Not because you're better, but because I just don't feel like it. Obviously, that's not the end of all the games I know on online. Safari, Firefox, Google Chrome, because I was always bored in school. It's too easy. Averaging a D minus. It was just too easy. Could not be stopped. I couldn't be stopped. So I was like, why even bother with school? I already know everything I need to know. Addition, that thing where you add really fast. It has to do something with the clock. I forgot. So now you might be wondering, what's different? What happened? You don't look the same. I know. My hair grew a little bit. It's been 3 weeks or something. I don't know. I haven't changed. Still wearing the same clothes just to keep continuity, because I think that's important. Keeping continuity in your videos, you know, it helps. Now we're gonna talk about the quintessential time waster in school when you were in elementary school or middle school, sometimes high school if you got that bored, and that is cool math. I know, everybody settle down. I know we all remember the games, like Run, something I don't do much of, as you can tell. You're this little ball of a character and he runs. I think he's trying to lose weight or something, but he's doing it out of outer space. I don't know. I don't speak alien, but he's pretty good at it. There was 3 of them. It was so good. There was 3 different Run games. Somebody sat there and programmed 300 levels, because I think there's at least 100, because I got into like the 90s, but then my class period ended, so I had to go. So I've never got into the end. Or Papa's Pizzeria or Wing Place or Wing whatever, because I forgot the name of it, but you made food, and if you try to unionize, they shut down the entire place and everybody got fired. Yeah, that one also a really good game. They also had IQ ball, like the little ball that would shoot. It's little fur balls that are purple shooting. I hope it's their arm. I really hope it's their arm into the sky and getting stuck on there. Like they would be sticky and they would swing. God, I really hope that's his arm. You also had the world's hardest games. It's fine. We don't need to talk about that game. It's fine. It's fine. We've moved past that. But this is where you spent most of your time, let's be honest. Because for some reason, they always managed to unblock cool math. Or it wasn't even blocked sometimes, depending on if you got lucky. That's what you would do. That was the stuff. You would be on cool math and play those games. You would be on there typing on your computer. Teacher walks by, you're like clear, and you're like this. And then you look around and your teacher's over your shoulder. And then you got to tell your mom how you don't know how to subtract because you're on cool math. But it's okay. It's okay. Because Papa got his pizza. And that's all that matters. Because you were learning math. So it's okay. Like you might be saying, how is that game, Blocks or Works? The one I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. How is that math? Because it has advanced calculus, as you know. You had to deal with the shape and fitting it onto the predetermined blocks on a 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional space. So obviously it's multivariable calculus, as we all know. But as we got older, new games started to pop up. One of them being Slither.io. This was definitely where us middle schoolers were at, for sure. We like to have our little snakes slithering around and slithering and bumping into the other snakes from the other kids in your class. And anyway, fun game. You would eat these little balls with your snake, and then you would grow, and as you grew more, you would bump into the other snakes and kill them and eat their balls. I gotta go. I'll be back. So, those were the games you played at school. But now I was thinking about like the computer games that like I played at home. Like even before, I guess, elementary school. It was around that same time. But it's kind of like a combination of that time period. Like I remember playing on the Disney Channel game website, the ones where they'd be like, you need to be 13 years old or ask parents permission. That one, because I was like, Dad, please, can I get your permission to play this game online that I could type it into Google without asking you? Can I do that? Yeah, as we all did, because we were responsible. We would play this. I would play a lot. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. It was like this game where all you had to do is that you had these giant bobblehead characters. and they would walk around, and you had to get either to the top floor or get like the luggage or something like that, because Mr. Mosby would be looking for you, and you would have to like run as fast as you could and not get caught. I was kind of good at that game. Got to level 3 for sure. Past level 2 for sure, maybe 3. How many levels were there? More than 4, but who knows? I don't think anybody's ever gotten farther than I have, because I was kind of a professional at it. You'd also be like, wait a second, there's Nickelodeon and there's Cartoon Network, and you would look up their websites, and oh my god, did they have games? And they had other games like the Ed and Eddie. They had a bunch of Ed and Eddie games. Those are great games. They had like the one where you drive like bumper cars, or and like you crash into each other. You got to build the best car possible. They also had like Nickelodeon had the SpongeBob games, and then they had like the Jimmy Neutron games where you were on a 2D flat space, because this is on Chrome or Firefox. In what is it, 2010, 2008? So maybe not the best capabilities for a $300 laptop, but who knows? Maybe they ran in 4K, ultra high res, ray tracing. I just didn't have it back then, and I still don't now. But if you liked the video, cool. Glad you liked it. Hope you liked the rest, that I'm gonna try to make. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it if you made it this far into this really crappy video. In the next video, I'm gonna turn my life into a video game, only to realize that nobody wants to play that.